Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see about hysteresis motor. So these are the some contents of this video. We are going to see construction of hysteresis motor, then working principle, then hysteresis power loss, what is hysteresis torque in hysteresis motor, then speed torque or torque speed characteristics of hysteresis motor, then starting torque, what are the types of hysteresis motor, then advantages, disadvantages and application of hysteresis motor. So hysteresis motor is defined as a synchronous motor that is having cylindrical rotor and works on hysteresis losses induced in the rotor of hardened steel with high retentivity. It is a single phase motor and its rotor is made of ferromagnetic material with non-magnetic support over the shaft. So hysteresis motor is defined as a synchronous motor that is having cylindrical rotor and it works on the hysteresis losses induced in the rotor of hardened steel with high retentivity. And hysteresis motor is a single phase motor and the rotor of hysteresis motor is made up of ferromagnetic material with non-magnetic support over the shaft. A hysteresis motor is constructed of 5 main components: stator, single phase stator winding, rotor, shaft and shading coil. Okay, these are the 5 parts or components of the hysteresis motor. The two most important components of the hysteresis motor are stator and rotor. Okay, then stator, what is stator? Stator is designed in a particular manner to produce synchronous revolving field from single phase supply. Stator carries two windings, one is main winding and another is auxiliary winding. Okay, stator carries two windings, one is main and second is auxiliary winding. In another type of design of hysteresis motor, the stator holds the pole of shaded type. The rotor is second part. The rotor of hysteresis motor is made up of magnetic material that has high hysteresis loss property. Example of this type of material is chrome, cobalt steel or alnico or alloy. Hysteresis loss becomes high due to large area of hysteresis loop. You can see hysteresis loop for rotor material is given in figure. So the rotor has high hysteresis loss. Rotor does not carry any winding or teeth. The magnetic cylindrical portion of the rotor is assembled over shaft through arbor of non-magnetic material like brass. Okay, here you can see the aluminum arbor is written. That is the what the magnetic cylindrical portion of the rotor is assembled over shaft through the arbor of non-magnetic material like brass. Rotor is provided with high resistance to reduce eddy current loss. Okay, rotor is provided with high resistance to reduce eddy current loss. So there are two main parts, one is stator and rotor. Here the rotor has large area of hysteresis loop Here hysteresis loop for rotor material is given, and this loop is very high, therefore hysteresis loss is more. Then here you can see in this figure the rotor of chrome steel. This one is the rotor, and at the center shaft is given. The outer part is of stator, and in stator two types of winding is placed. Okay. Here you can see one is auxiliary winding and second is white color dots are there, that is for main winding. Two type of winding is there in stator, and air gap is also mentioned, that is gap between this one, gap between stator and rotor. So this is the about construction of this hysteresis motor. In second figure also you can see aluminum arbor is mentioned, that is of any non-magnetic material it should be. Then air gap, same, between gap between stator and rotor, and here hysteresis ring is mentioned, that is the part of rotor. Next is working principle of hysteresis motor. The starting behavior of a hysteresis motor is like a single phase induction motor, and running behavior is same as a synchronous motor. Step by step its behavior can be realized in the working principle. At the starting condition, when the stator is energized with single phase AC supply, a rotating magnetic field is produced in the stator. To maintain this rotating magnetic field, the main and auxiliary windings must be supplied continuously at start as well as in running condition. So here we have seen two types of windings are there, auxiliary and main. Both windings should be supplied continuously at starting condition as well as in running condition to maintain the rotating magnetic field. At the starting, by induction phenomena, secondary voltage is induced in the rotor by stator rotating magnetic field. Okay. Hence, eddy current is generated to flow in the rotor and it develop the rotor. Okay. By induction phenomena, the secondary voltage is induced in the rotor at the starting, and hence eddy current is generated to flow in the rotor and it develop the rotor. Hence eddy current torque is developed along with the hysteresis torque in the rotor. Eddy current torque is developed along with the hysteresis torque in the rotor. Hysteresis torque in the rotor develop as the rotor magnetic material is with high hysteresis loss property and high retentivity. The rotor goes under the sleep frequency before going to the steady state running condition. So it can be said that when the rotor starts to rotate with the help of this eddy current torque, due to induction phenomena, it behaves like a single phase induction motor. Okay, that means when the rotor starts to rotate with the help of this eddy current torque, due to induction phenomena, it behaves like a single phase induction motor. Then steady state running condition. Okay, at the steady state running condition, what happens? When the speed of rotor reaches near about the synchronous speed, the stator pulls the rotor into synchronism. At the running condition, at the synchronism condition, the relative motion between stator field and rotor field vanishes. So there is no further induction phenomena to continue. Hence no eddy current to generate in the rotor, and hence the torque due to eddy current vanishes. At the time of rotor rotation, at the synchronous speed, rotating magnetic field flux in the stator produces poles on the rotor by induction. They are named as north and south poles. Hence rotor behaves as a permanent magnet having rotor axis as the induced magnetic axis. For high residual magnetism or retentivity, the rotor pole strength remains sustainable or unchanged. Again, higher the retentivity, higher the hysteresis torque, and it enables the continuous magnetic locking between stator and rotor, and hence motor rotates at the synchronous speed. The maximum work done to establish the hysteresis losses under the magnetization cycle in the rotor is equal to the surface area inside the BH hysteresis curve or BH curve. Then we will see about hysteresis power loss. What is hysteresis power loss? It is given by PH. Hysteresis power loss in the rotor of hysteresis motor is given by PH equals to KH into FR into B raised to N, Bmax raised to N, where Fr is the frequency of flux reversal in the rotor and unit of Fr is Hertz. Bmax is the maximum value of flux density in the air gap, unit is Tesla, or we can write Weber per meter square also. pH is the heat power loss due to hysteresis, unit is watt, and Kh is the hysteresis constant. Next is hysteresis torque. What is the equation of hysteresis torque in the hysteresis motor? The eddy current loss in the machine is given by P equals to Ke into F2 square into B square, where Ke is the eddy current constant, F2 is frequency of eddy currents, and B is flux density. We know the relation between rotor frequency, that is F2, and supply frequency, that is F1, and it is given by F2 equals to S into F1, where S is the slip of motor and P if we put this F2 expression in first equation of P, then we will get P equals to K into S square into F1 square into B square. Okay, that means F2 square is replaced by S square into F1 square. Okay, this is equation for eddy current loss in the machine. The torque due to eddy currents is given by T equals to P upon S into omega S, this expression. Then we know the value of P, that we have to substitute. So it is K into S square into F1 square into B square. So that torque due to eddy current is proportional to slip, because in the numerator S square is there and in denominator only S is there. So here S will get cancelled, and from that we can say that torque due to eddy current is proportional to slip. So when the rotor rotates at synchronous speed, the slip becomes 0 and torque due to eddy current component vanishes. Okay, we know that when synchronous at the synchronous speed condition, there is no difference between rotor speed and synchronous speed. At that time slip is 0. So when rotor rotates at synchronous speed, slip becomes 0 and torque due to eddy current component will vanish. It only helps at the start of the motor. The hysteresis power loss is given by pH equals to KH into F2 into B raised to 1.6, or instead of F2 we can substitute S into F1. So equation will be KH into S into F1 into B raised to 1.6. The corresponding torque is given by TH equals to PH upon S omega S TH equals to PH upon S omega S. Okay, this is the corresponding torque, and equals to K, that is a constant, where K is given as K equals to KH F1 into B raised to 1.6 upon omega S. This is the value of K and it is a constant. From that equation of hysteresis torque, it is clear that hysteresis torque is independent of frequency and speed. Now we will see about torque speed characteristics. Torque speed characteristics of hysteresis motor we can see in figure. We know that constant hysteresis torque occurs in the hysteresis motor. On y-axis developed torque is there, on y-axis, and on x-axis rotor speed or slip is there. So we know that constant hysteresis torque occurs in hysteresis motor. This constant valued torque allows the motor to synchronize any load it can accelerate. The normal operating range is mentioned in the diagram. This is the range of normal operating range. Okay. The torque is almost constant from starting to running condition. Here the torque is almost constant from starting to running condition. At starting condition, the starting torque is eddy current torque along with the hysteresis torque. But in the running condition, net running torque means only the hysteresis torque. What is the starting torque of hysteresis motor? Okay, the starting torque. Suppose phi s is the stator flux at synchronous speed. Phi r is the rotor flux. Due to hysteresis effect, phi r lags phi s at an angle of alpha. Okay, phi r lags phi s at an angle alpha. Then starting torque produced is given by Ts equals to k into phi s into phi r into sine alpha. Okay, this is equation for starting torque, where k is the k is the proportional constant. Then what are the types of hysteresis motor? There are various types of hysteresis motor by construction. They are: first, cylindrical hysteresis motor. It has cylindrical rotor. Then disc hysteresis motors. It has annular ring shaped rotor. Next is circumferential field hysteresis motor. It has a rotor supported by a ring of non-magnetic material with zero magnetic permeability. And last type is axial field hysteresis motor. It has a rotor supported by a ring of magnetic material with infinite magnetic permeability. Then next is advantages. So advantages of hysteresis motor. The main advantages of hysteresis motor are mentioned here. As no teeth and no winding in the rotor, no mechanical vibration takes place during its operation. The operation of hysteresis motor is quiet and noiseless as there is no vibration. Okay. Hysteresis motor is suitable to accelerate inertial loads. The multi-speed operation can be achieved by employing a gear train. Then disadvantages. The disadvantages of hysteresis motor are mentioned here. The hysteresis motor has poor output, that is 1/4 of output of an induction motor with same dimension. Then it has lower efficiency, low torque, low power factor, This type of motor is available in very small size only. Then last point of hysteresis motor is applications. So hysteresis motors have many applications, including we have mentioned here some applications: sound producing equipments, sound recording instruments, high quality record players, timing devices, electric clocks, and teleprinters, etc. Okay, this is all about the hysteresis motor. We have seen construction, working principle, then speed torque characteristics, hysteresis power loss, what is hysteresis torque, then what are the advantages as well as disadvantages and applications of hysteresis motor. Okay, thank you for watching this video.